So me and my partner Lily met at Starbucks to chat last week. Lily is from Kuwait, which is a tiny Middle Eastern country with a large American military presence. We talked about a lot of things that I normally wouldn't talk about with like just meeting up with a friend. Lots of religion, politics, women's rights even. I think we talked about a little, and I definitely started the interaction a little bit nervous, which was kind of silly, but we were able to chat really easily, and I was surprised when I found out that Kuwait is a monarchy, so they have like a royal family. And Lily laughed at me because she said it was just so normal for her, and the princess like marries the cousin, like they have to do that, and like here in America that's incest, but like to them it's still incest, but if it's the royal family it's okay. So she said she really didn't like realize how wrong it was until like ninth grade. Not that it's wrong, but that it's like not good for your bloodline, like genealogically. And so I definitely went into the interaction more ethnocentric than ethno-relative. I think I was kind of like minimizing and trying to focus on what we had in common, but then I like paused and I remembered that why that was like, you shouldn't do that if you're really trying to understand someone else's culture. And so then I felt like towards the end of the interaction I was definitely more on the side of ethno-relative than I had been, which was good. And so I really enjoyed talking to Lily, and I think we have a lot in common with like our schooling and how we were schooled. Her father is actually part of the administration board at the school in Kuwait that she goes to, so it was really interesting to see how that like impacted her time in Kuwait, because I've never been like a teacher's kid here or anything like that either, so I think that definitely had an impact. But she said that for her, college was more pressure, which, I mean, it makes sense, but I never really felt like college for me was any different. I came from a really tiny town in northern Michigan, but like grades were pushed so hard there. It was like your GPA, you want a good grade, but like from how Lily described it, they were definitely more focused on like the value of education and knowing the knowledge rather than like being able to ace the test. And so I think that was an important distinction. And she said she was surprised at how much pressure like college really was for her. And I didn't feel like that was the same with my transition. She's actually in another TE course, so and I asked her if I could meet and used like the information for this project, and she was like absolutely. And so of course that probably helped our conversation a little bit. I met Lily in Acres back when I lived there during Welcome Week. We met one time, and then I moved, so I didn't see her all year long, but then I reached out for this project and she was super excited to talk to me and do it. So that was cool of her. And so I think when we talked about the dimensions, it was interesting to me to see what they valued in Kuwait versus what we value here, because she said she could be a lot more self-sufficient and she felt more free in America, and that really surprised me, because you think of America as free, yes, but a lot of other countries are free too. But she said Kuwait was free, but it's not free socially. They're very strict socially, and I think that surprised me, because when I think of a free country, I just immediately revert back to what I know, which is America. And so I think she said America surprised her in that way, whereas I just thought it was normal. So I think we had some differences line up there a little bit. But overall, I was really impressed and like pleased with like how it went, because I was super nervous, and I was super like awkward at first. I'm awkward in general, but I was really excited about how much I actually learned about Kuwait as a country and her as a person, and I'm definitely looking forward to our next interaction. So thank you.